Easy English for Everyone podcast.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Everyday Stories, the podcast where we talk about real-life experiences and how to navigate them. I'm Emma, and joining me is my co-host, James.
Hi, everyone. Today we're diving into a topic that many of us can relate to. Feeling stuck in life, or believing it's too late to start something new. Let's listen to a conversation between three friends as they discuss this. Maybe we can all learn something from their story.
Hey, Sarah, you've been so quiet today. Is everything okay?
Not really. Lately, I've been feeling like I've wasted so much time. I'm 32 and I still haven't achieved anything significant. It's like my chance has passed.
What? That's not true, Sarah. You're amazing. Why would you think that?
I just look around and see people my age doing great things, starting businesses, traveling the world, getting promotions. And here I am, stuck in the same place. It's too late for me to do anything big.
Hold on, Sarah. First of all, it's never too late. Remember my aunt? She started painting at 40 and now her work is in galleries. Life isn't a race.
Exactly. Everyone has their own timeline. And honestly, success isn't always about big things. It's about finding what makes you happy. What's something you've always wanted to do?
I've always dreamed of starting my own bakery, but then I think about all the work and competition. And what if I fail?
Sarah, every successful person you admire has faced failure. It's part of the process. You'll never know unless you try. And you love baking. You're so talented. Why not take a small step, like selling your cakes online or at local markets?
Yeah, and you don't have to do it alone. We're here to support you. Maybe we can help with the business side, or even just be your taste testers.
Thanks, guys. I guess I've been too focused on what I haven't done instead of what I can still do. Maybe I'll start with something small and see where it goes.
That's the spirit. And remember, it's not about being perfect. It's about moving forward.
You know, Sarah, I read the story about a woman who started her business at 50. She said the key was just starting, even if it's small. If she can do it, so can you.
That does make me feel better. But what if people don't like what I make?
Sarah, you've seen how everyone loves your cakes at parties. Remember last month? People couldn't stop talking about your chocolate cake. If anything, you'll have fans waiting in line.
And think about it. Every baker started somewhere. The big names didn't wake up successful. They experimented, they learned, and yes, they made mistakes. Mistakes are just part of the journey.
You're both right. Maybe I've been too hard on myself. I can't expect perfection right away.
Exactly. And don't forget, you've got us cheering you on. We'll even help you brainstorm ideas for your bakery. Like, what's your dream name for it?
I haven't thought about that in ages. I used to think of calling it Sweet Beginnings.
That's perfect. It's hopeful, just like you starting this new chapter.
I love it. And you know what? We can help spread the word. Social media, flyers, word of mouth will make sure everyone knows about Sweet Beginnings.
Thank you both. This is the first time in a while I felt excited about something. Maybe I really can do this.
You can, Sarah, and we'll be with you every step of the way.
Always. Now, let's celebrate with a coffee. And maybe you can tell us what your first cake for Sweet Beginnings will be.
You two are the best. All right, let's do this.
That was such a heartfelt conversation, wasn't it, James?
It really was, Emma. I think a lot of people can relate to Sarah's feelings.
Absolutely. It's so easy to look at others and feel like you're not doing enough. But what I loved about Mia and David is how they focused on Sarah's strengths and possibilities.
Yes, they reminded her of the things she's good at, like baking. It's such a simple yet powerful way to help someone.
Have you ever felt like Sarah, James? Feeling like you're stuck or it's too late?
Oh, definitely. A few years ago, I felt like I wasn't achieving anything meaningful. I thought I had missed my chance to follow my dreams.
Really? What did you do to change that?
Well, I started small, just like Mia suggested to Sarah. I made a list of things I wanted to do, even if they felt impossible at first. Then I picked one and took the first step.
That's a great approach. Do you remember what the first thing on your list was?
Yes, it was learning to play the piano. I'd always wanted to try, but kept telling myself I was too old. Now I'm not a professional, but I can play a few songs.
That's amazing, and I think that's the key. Starting somewhere, no matter how small, Progress builds confidence.
Exactly. And it's important to have people around you who believe in you. Sarah is lucky to have friends like Mia and David.
I agree. It's a reminder to all of us to support the people we care about. Sometimes, a kind word or encouragement can make a huge difference.
And Sarah's story shows us that success isn't about age. It's about taking action. I think her idea for sweet beginnings is fantastic.
It really is. I can already imagine her bakery filled with happy customers.
Me too. I hope her story inspires our listeners to take their first step toward their own sweet beginnings.
And for anyone listening who feels stuck or unsure, remember, it's never too late. Start small, focus on what you love, and don't be afraid to ask for help.
Well said, Emma. Life is a journey, and every step counts.
Now, Emma will address people who think they haven't achieved significant success in life or feel like they are late for something.
Hello, dear listeners. In today's podcast, I'm addressing those who feel like they haven't achieved significant success in life or think they're late for something. If you feel this way, you're not alone. Today, we'll talk about how to deal with these feelings and ways to make a fresh start. If you're ready, let's get started. Part 1, is it really too late? Sometimes we feel like it's too late to achieve our dreams. But remember, life is not a race. Success looks different for everyone, and we always have time to write our own story. For example, Harlan Sanders, the founder of KFC, started his famous restaurant chain at the age of 65. If he had given up, millions of people would never have tasted his food. Part 2, the power of small steps. Big successes often start with small steps. If you want to change something in your life, ask yourself, what can I do today? Maybe you can read a book, join an online course, or learn a new skill. Remember, small actions every day can lead to big results in the future. Part 3, define your own success. Success doesn't have to mean what society says. It doesn't have to be about money, career, or school. What is important for you? Maybe you want to be a great parent, help people in need, or do something creative. This is your journey, and you don't have to follow other people's rules. Part 4, change how you think. Failure is not the end. It's part of learning. Instead of focusing on your mistakes, think about what you can learn from them. Ask yourself every day, what did I learn today that made me better? Dear listeners, your biggest success may still be ahead of you. The feeling of being late is just an illusion. Remember, what matters is not how fast you move, but how meaningful your steps are. You can always start again. Believe in yourself, take a step, and begin building the life you want. That's all for today's podcast. Thank you for listening. Remember, you are important and you matter. See you in the next episode.